Hello and welcome. My name is David Silberman. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Clinical Research Fastrack, and I'm so excited to be here with my colleague Lauren Stockwell. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you so much. As David said, my name is Lauren Stockwell. I am the Director of Outreach and Engagement for Clinical Research Fastrack, and I am so thrilled to be speaking with you all today and educating you on what our industry is.
All right, Lauren, let's just dive in. What is clinical research?
Clinical research is the systematic study of how we get drugs to market. We have to understand how that drug impacts our body and also helps our body feel better for different kinds of their ailments and different kinds of things that we go through on a day-to-day basis.
So we're running clinical trials. This is different than lab research. Can you mention what's the difference between clinical research and lab research?
Oh, great question. So lab research is done very much at the bench, right? We're in petri dishes, we're in pipettes, we're sitting there and we're seeing if it works on a fundamental level. Clinical research is different because we're putting it into a human body. We need to understand how it impacts our human body. Is it safe to put it in a human body? Is it efficacious, or does it work when we put it in a human body?
Okay, and clinical research isn't just for drugs. It includes medical devices, therapies, surgeries. Anything that comes to market has to go through clinical trials first and be FDA approved, and this is that process. Lauren, you've been in the industry for 5 years.
Great.
And can you talk a little bit about what you do at Clinical Research Fastrack?
Yeah, I love what I get to do. So as Director of Outreach and Engagement, my passion is really to help connect. My drive and my motivation to come and show up for work every single day is to be a hub with all these little spokes across it where I can say, you should meet this person and you should meet that person. I work as an industry connector and an industry disruptor, really. And being able to kind of work to build that next intentional generation of clinical research workforce is something that I am so purposeful and passionate about.
So at Clinical Research Fastrack, we are educating the next generation of clinical research professionals. And Lauren, in your role, you're connecting our graduates to pharmaceutical companies, to CROs, and to research sites. In the past few years, how many organizations have you worked with?
Oh gosh, if I had to put a number to it, I know we ran the numbers recently and we have individuals hired at over 500 different organizations nationwide, which is such a cool opportunity to connect not only to new organizations, because there's so many in the field, but also to reconnect with those organizations that our graduates are hired at.
Our students come to this program. What are they learning?
We're making sure that we're immersing them into the content, immersing them into the material. Clinical research truly has its own language. And so being able to speak it, being able to articulate it, being able to own it is so important if you want to dive into this field. We work to educate them on everything from ICH GCP through good documentation practices, through clinical trial operations, from feasibility through closeout, the informed consent process, and so much more. And it is such a cool opportunity to kind of get a big picture overview of the industry in such a wonderful, condensed, intensive program.
What background do you need to work in this field?
All you really need is a passion for healthcare and a passion for moving medicine forward and creating a better generation of medicine that exists today. And the desire to get into this field and the desire to learn, really, that's the biggest thing, is the desire to continue learning. We're fortunate where we're in an industry that every single day has a new learning opportunity. And if we don't embrace that, then we're gonna not be in the right industry. And so to me, I think learning is a huge part of it.
Let's get more specific. What are some typical backgrounds of our students?
Yeah, great question. We have everybody in the room, honestly, and the diversity exists not only in background, but in country of origin, in ethnicity, in gender, in age, and it's such a cool opportunity to see how many different types of people are trying to enter this industry. Some typical backgrounds, we get individuals who are from the pharmacy side, we get individuals who are recent graduates with their biology or psychology degree, and they don't want to be stuck behind a notebook or a legal pad for the rest of their career. And then we get individuals who are international medical graduates who still want to have that really deep impact on medicine. Nurses who are sick of the bedside or have been burnt out over the last few years. really just some career changers in all honesty as well too, right? Everybody has been touched or impacted by medicine to some extent. So if you feel connected and drawn to entering an industry where you can build better medicine, that is huge.
You mentioned a lot of people in the health sciences, biology degrees, nursing, those types of degrees. And we know people with chemistry, physics, the other sciences are moving into this field as well. Let's talk about many of our students who are not in the health sciences. They're in have other backgrounds. What are their backgrounds look like?
Oh my gosh, I was just working actually with a man who is an educator, right? Somebody who's a teacher. The skills that are transferable from being a teacher. We've had people of all different types of backgrounds, and what Fast Track really works to do is to identify the skills that you bring from your past and help you figure out where it transfers into the future.
Now what I want to do, Lauren, is I want to talk about what are the opportunities, what are the roles that people are moving into from our program, and where are they moving into and where are they advancing into?
Yeah, great question. Our students are really starting at all different types of levels. It depends on your background and it depends also where you want to start, right? For me, as I start a career, I want to be able to understand every aspect of the career. So for me, I'd love to start at the ground level. I want to be able to lay on my back and see the whole world in front of me. Now that being said, if that's not where you see yourself and you see yourself in more of like a transitioning into a management type role, there's opportunities there as well. And we also ask the question, do you want to be patient facing or non-patient facing? Because if you want to be patient facing, we'd suggest going more towards the sites, right? Where the participants are enrolling, where the action is happening, where the rubber meets the road. Now, if you say non-patient facing, there's a world out there that we can explore. Do you like project management? Do you like data management? Do you like figuring out how to start up a study at a particular study? Do you like monitoring and auditing different quality procedures and different things and paperworks and documents? What is your passion and what are you really good at and what is useful?
You mentioned patient-facing roles, and these roles are typically called Clinical Research Coordinator. That is a standard entry-level role that students are moving into. And then moving on to roles like CRA. There's also, I wanted to mention a behind-the-scenes role because we work with a lot of data. Lauren, we had a student, his name was Sumet, he was actually getting a master's degree from NYU, but he wanted to really go far in clinical research. He took our program, and he said this.
I have a relevant research background from NYU, and I haven't gained this knowledge at NYU, so it has input me additional knowledge in myself, and I can't wait myself to start my work in clinical research field as a biostatistician or data manager.
Can you give an example of another exciting role that's maybe behind the scenes that some of our graduates are working in?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a woman and she transitioned into what's called a project associate, where she's going in and she's essentially kind of managing all these different moving parts, right? Kind of being a puppeteer behind all of the action. And it's really cool to be able to go on the project management side of things because in all reality, we all have those skills. Whether you're a stay-at-home parent or you've been working in a professional realm, we've all managed a project here and there. And so understanding all the different aspects and kind of being able to see it from this above the ground perspective and being able to kind of manage each of those little parts is really cool.
That's really exciting. So we have students going into regulatory positions, compliance, QA, data management, CRC, CRA, project management, operations, the list goes on. For anyone who applies to our program and is accepted, this is an incredible industry to enter into and have a fantastic career. Please contact us for more information at clinicalresearchfastrack.com.